I'm about to teach you how I made 10 million MT in 1 week. So my last video posted was, can I make 10 million MT in 1 week? And if you didn't see that video, you definitely have to check it out before watching this video. So you should watch that and come back to this. This video is all about explaining my thought process and the filter that I used, and how you can do the same thing for yourself. You want to make 10 million MT in 1 week. Even if you don't want to make 10 million, you want to just make 1 million or 5 million, whatever. This can and will help you out. Here's the thing, you got to take my advice though, because I know what I'm talking about if I practically did it myself. So if you guys want to make 10 million MT in a week, there's only one way to do that. And the filter that I was using for that video is the dark matter enable filter. I said it like late in the video. A lot of people were still asking me in the comments. It's the dark matter enabled filter. So if I go dark matter and I put enabled, the only cards that are showing here are cards that are snipes. Every card that you're seeing here goes for expensive prices, like everyone. And these are the cards that I can snipe. Like even KP, I guess he's going back up in price, right? Like all you can see all the invincible cards. None of these cards are buy now. And if I put the minimum buy to 500, nothing. Okay, well, I have DeMarcus in my auctions, that's why. But he's not in my collection. Basically, what the filter does, it filters out cards that are in your collection. So if I want to snipe a certain card that I own, I'll send it to my auctions. For example, I still want to be able to snipe Tracy and Thon Maker. I'll send them to my auctions so I can still be able to snipe them. And so these were all the cards that I was going for in the video. Now, when I recorded the video, they didn't come out with the Kareem and the new Giannis and the MPJ and the new guys like that. Those cards weren't out yet. So I was sniping all these other guys that you're seeing here, and that's what you saw in the video. Now, here's the thing about this filter. In order to see only these cards that you're seeing right now, it means you have to filter out all of the cheap cards. How do you filter out all of the cheap cards? You have to buy them and send them to your collection. If I show you my collection of dark matters, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of dark matters, although the fifth one only has this one reward card. So technically like 4 pages of dark matters. Most of them just straight up bought from the auction house in order to use that dark matter enable filter so I can filter them out. That's the filter that I was using. And how much does this cost? I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but let's say with this 15 cards per page, let's say like roughly, obviously there's some reward cards here, but let's say 15 cards per page. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half, 4. That's 15, 30, 45, 60 cards. Just around 60 dark matter cards that you need to buy. Some of them are a lot cheaper than others. Some of them are more expensive. But at the end of the day, you need to buy these cards. And it's going to cost you millions of MT to do that. I had to spend millions of MT just to keep up with the filter throughout the process of recording that video. So if you don't have enough to use this filter, I mean, what can you do? I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. This is the best and the most practical approach that you can take in order to get the enabled filter. And you don't have to get the enabled filter like the full enabled filter. I have the full enabled filter. You can enable half of the filter and just do conference, Eastern or Western conference. You can even break it down to division if you want to do division, right? I'm going to tell you the best way to do it. So let's say you're at 100,000 MT. Or if you're less than 100,000 MT, use one of the budget filters that I posted in the video from Friday. I'll pop a picture of it on the screen, and there'll be a card at the end of the video for you to press it and go watch that video. But use the filter, use the budget filters in that video if you're less than 100K. If you're at 100K, do this. We're going to look at the most expensive dark matter cards in the game. I need you to be patient with me here and just understand that patience is the reason why I made 10 million in a week. All right. Snipe either LeBron by his name or Giannis by his name. That's it. LeBron or Giannis by their name. Let me take off. Okay, hold on. It glitched out for a second. Snipe either LeBron or Giannis by their name. If you snipe LeBron by his name, there's an extra third card that you can see. Giannis only has 2 dark matters. So, but then at the same time, this Giannis does go for a little bit more than LeBron nowadays. You could even potentially do KD, but KD only has 1 dark matter card, and he's not as expensive as he used to be. But I'm assuming KD would have less competition, and LeBron and Giannis would have more competition. But I don't know how often KD snipes pop up. I've only seen 2, and I haven't seen 1 recently. That's why I'm saying do LeBron and Giannis, because they came out more recently, and especially Giannis, he's in packs right now at the time I'm recording this video. So yeah, snipe either one of those 2 guys by their name. That's it. Like I said, LeBron has 3 cards, Giannis has 2. Whoever you want to do, get 1 snipe. Be willing to commit 5 to 10 hours sniping if you have to. I can snipe one right now if I get lucky. If I search dark matter Giannis, I might just get one first refresh. Like, you never know. And just snipe it like this, bro. Literally for 5 to 10 hours a day if you can, you know. Or if you don't have that much time on your hands, just as much time as you can dedicate to sniping these guys, snipe it. People, I got LeBron snipe off a scroll filter. I had to scroll past 2 cards to get it. I've seen people scroll past plenty of cards to get LeBron and Giannis and other invincible cards. And that means if you're sniping them by their name, you don't have to worry about scrolling because you're not seeing any other cards besides the one that you're hard scoping. That's when you search for a player by their name and you snipe them. This is called hard scoping. So snipe them by their name or hard scope them. Just wait till one pops up. I guarantee you, by the law of averages, somebody's going to throw them up eventually. You have to be on the filter to see it, okay? Just be ready, be patient, pay attention to the screen. You know, keep yourself entertained watching YouTube or stream YouTube or Twitch streams, whatever you like to watch, movies, Netflix, I don't care. Just watch it as you snipe. Be ready, always attentive, looking at the screen to see if the snipe's going to pop up. And once it does, buy it, sell it back. You're making 800K to 1 million MT off of the snipe if you do that, right? And now you have enough to, I think, even do like a central enable filter. Like, you can start off with the central enable filter. And the reason why you can do the central enable filter, I'll show you what the central enable filter looks like. You can see D Rose, obviously Giannis, Kareem, and the out of position LeBron is here too. And the out of position Giannis is there. We got Paul George is there, Thon Maker's there. Did I say LeBron? Did I say invincible LeBron? I think I did earlier. But yeah, I mean, these are all the cards you can see. And all these guys are snipes. There's a ton of guys on the central filter. You can do central enable filter. All you have to do to get this filter is just to buy all the buy now central cards. Look, even Michael Jordan is on here, right? Buy all the buy now central cards and filter them out, and then go enabled, and then make sure you have the right scroll setup. If you want to know how to set up good scrolls, just ask me in my streams. That's not what this video is about, and I'm never going to make a video explaining that because that's not something a lot of people would want to see. But this is a good one of the probably the best division you could do for enabled, right? And then once you have enough to like not do and continue using that filter and continue making profit, you'll probably get some invincible snipes on that filter, right? And then eventually upgrade it to Eastern, right? Go what is it, Conference Eastern. Invest in the dark matter Eastern enabled filter, and let me show you who's on here. Now you can see everyone from the Central, but now you can also see Dwight Howard, Dikembe Mutombo, Tracy McGrady, Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum, LaMelo Ball, Joel Embiid, KP, like all these guys that you see me snipe in the video, right? And now you have access to even more cards. You have more probability of getting more snipes and making more profit. Look, D Wade is there too. Like, that's more profit. And as you're upgrading, you're getting more profit. Buy all the Eastern cards that are buy nows, right? All these guys, these cheap guys, you have to buy all of them, send them to your collection, and just keep upgrading. Now, once you have the Eastern enable filter, keep using it until you have enough to afford the enabled all filter. No conference, nothing. And then that's where you can see all the guys, Western, Eastern, which include Michael Porter Jr., Magic Johnson, Kawhi Leonard, and all these good guys, you know, that are crazy. The filter that I personally own and that I use, and that made me 10 million MT in 1 week. Karolenko, he's a great snipe. With the enable filter that I was using in the video, I got like 46 snipes in that week, I'm pretty sure. And all of them, you know, were dark matter snipes. A lot of them were invincible snipes, and that's how I made the 10 million. I was probably spending 10 to 12 hours a day sniping on the filter, and I was getting tons of snipes. So you got to spend a lot of time on it. But if you have time and you snipe a lot anyways, just take this advice that I'm giving you. Step by step, that's what you want to do. Let me just recap it for you. If you had 100 KMT, start out by sniping Giannis or LeBron by their name. Even KD if you want a little bit less competition, but I would suggest Giannis or LeBron. Minimum bot 500 by their name. Refresh, continue to do this until you get a snipe. You can do this until you can afford an enable filter, or you can just continue sniping these guys by their name. If you prefer to just not get the central enable filter or the Eastern enable filter, and you just want to snipe them by their names until you snipe, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 of them right by their name, and then you can just buy enabled all. That's an option you can take too. I feel like this option is easier, but the central or Eastern enable might be more efficient. It's up to you, whatever you want to do, man. But you know, this is just a lot more simple, just to snipe them by their name. But yeah, snipe them by their name. Have enough to buy until you can afford the enable filter. That's all you have to do. And then once you have enable filter, spend a lot of time on it, because you have to keep up with it until they stop releasing dark matters. And you're going to make a lot of MT like me, man. That's it. If you found the video helpful, consider subscribing. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.